So today we'll start from deterministic and random signals. Already yesterday class we have started on different sorts of signals. So the first one for today's class is deterministic and random signals. Okay. So as name suggests, deterministic. That means you can determine, you can calculate, you can find out the value of the signal at any instant of time. Okay, that means it is defined. Okay, so I have written over there deterministic signal. That means it may be xt or xn. That means it is maybe in continuous. xt का मतलब क्या है? It is in continuous in time, as I mentioned earlier, and xn is discrete time signal, some kind of digital signal. So we are dealing with these two throughout the syllabus. We will deal with these two types of signals, mainly continuous in time, and the second one is discrete in time. So xt and xn that completely specified at any given time instant. That means suppose this is the continuous signal which is continuous in time, and that is described as sine 2 pi ft. Okay. So you will know that sine 2 pi ft is a continuous signal and it is continuous in time. Now, whatever value be the t, you will get the value xt. So that means throughout the region from starting to end, you can choose any point. Suppose मान लो यहाँ पे हम लोग चूज किए हैं this value. So at this time we have some value t. Correspondingly, if you put the value of t over there, and you can find out xt easily. So that means it is deterministic. You can calculate any given time instant. So it is more specific.
Sir, one more time, sir. Please repeat, sir.
Okay. So deterministic means you can find out the signal any instant, any given time, and that is consistent. ठीक है? तो मान लो यहाँ पे जो t है, the value is this. Okay. So after 5 milliseconds, if you find out the value at this point, the exactly value will be exactly same with the earlier. Okay. So that means it is consistent. So that's why that type of signal is called deterministic. Okay, that means completely specified at any given instant of time. So e to the power t also be the continuous in time, and you can also find the value of the function at any given time. No problem. So that is the deterministic signal. So you can determine the value of the signal at any given time interval. Okay. So sine, cosine, e to the power t, all these are example of very classical example of deterministic signal. Now with that deterministic, with that random signal, so that is difficult to determine a random signal. So it is randomly exist. Okay. So I can give one classical example of a random signal. Suppose you have a coin, you are tossing it. Okay, you have a coin, 1 rupee coin, you are tossing it. So there is two chances. There is two chances. One, the outcome may be head or outcome may be tail, but you don't know. You don't know. You can't define it. You can't say surely. Surely you can say that head will fall or head will be outcome or tail will be outcome. So that in that case, tossing of a coin, the tossing of a coin, that experiment basically is a random process. That process is called random process. Okay, and the tossing a coin is an experiment. So that is one sort of example of random signal. Also, I can give so many examples. Suppose in university or colleges, okay, students are coming, so that their absence and presence is not defined, isn't? Suppose today's class I have 30 participants. It may, you can say surely tomorrow will be 30 students, On the last day, there were 30 students. So this is not specific. So that cannot be determined exactly the value what will happen. Okay. So that's why tossing a coin, the presence of students in the classroom, okay, the number of car parking in the parking zone, that are random in nature. That we can't say surely the value of that random process. So this is a random, and basically one other signal is deterministic signal. So now you tell me, is there any problem behind this deterministic and random signal? You remember two things.
Yes, sir.
Deterministic,
Hello.
that means you can calculate the value at any given instant of time, and this is consistent. But in the case of random signal, the name randomly present. That means you can't say it will happen surely. That means just you remember tossing a coin, single coin, the head will come out or tail will come out. We can't say definitely. This is a probabilistic approach. Okay, so I have given so many examples. There are lots of examples are there. Okay, in a shopping mall, uh, the number of people present over there may vary over day to night. Okay, so that is random process. Okay, and the number of the people over there is a random variable. Okay, so these are random signals, and the signals which can be defined very easily, and the value can be find out any instant of given time. That is called deterministic signal. Have you any doubt? So deterministic and random.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes,
हेलो
yes.
सर, जैसे रैंडम सिग्नल का हम लोग को जो आप बोले एग्जांपल तो दिए, टॉसिंग अ कॉइन, जो भी
Mhm.
रैंडम सिग्नल का इसमें कैसे हम लोग इसको फाइंड करेंगे कि हम लोग को कहीं से भी इसको उठा लेंगे क्या?
Hey, this is very much difficult to visualize or given a mathematical expression. Okay, just like giving one more example, noise. Okay, noise, any unwanted form of signal. Noise is present everywhere. In communication systems, most of the noise occur. Okay, noise less. Okay, noise less communication system, we can't design it. So I have given over there one signal C, this type of. So this is completely unpredictable, random in nature. Okay, just I have given one more example. Xn is equal to +1 and -1. Outcome is if head, then we'll consider Xn is equal to +1. It's a discrete signal, Xn, head or tail. Okay, +1 or -1 will be the outcome. So it's a random process, but it is discrete in nature. But whereas in the noise, it's a continuous process. See, it's a continuous signal, isn't it? But it is random. So defining random signal is very much difficult. But we have some sort of tools over there. We can characterize and analyze them. Okay, so in the case of communication system, so many noises are there: short white noise, white Gaussian noise, short noise, flicker noise. Okay, so lots of frequency partition noise, lots of noise are there. We have defined them. So universally we have defined it and we have accepted this. So a random
Sir,
process. Bolo.
sir, I want to ask a question, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, random signal and sir, continuous signal, which is named as deterministic signal. Sir, this is sir, both signal. What is the characteristics of these both signals, and where we use this both signal to identify that this is deterministic or this is random signal, sir?
See, continuous, ये तो continuous है. Continuous means that may not be deterministic. Okay, and
Yes, sir.
okay, random may be discrete. Random signals may be your continuous. Correct. But
Yes, sir.
in the
Yes, sir.
case of listen carefully, in the case of random signal, we have to take some probabilistic approach, statistical approach. Okay, so we'll use their probability concept, probability density function, power spectral density, something like that. Okay, PDF,
Yes, sir.
we will use PDF, probability distribution function. So otherwise you can't calculate it, you have to predict it. Okay, so over
Okay.
there we must use probabilistic approach. No direct rule is there. Okay, so whenever
Yes.
your random signal or random process or random variable occurs, in that case we'll use definitely probabilistic approach, and you will find there lots of applications are there. Okay, random process and random signal in nature, in practical, lots of examples are there as I mentioned you. So that means we have to use probabilistic approach over there. Okay, so tossing a coin,
Yes.
we are definitely using probabilistic approach. Probability we can use over there, isn't it? So tossing a single coin is
Yes.
tough. So when we multiple simultaneously two coins will be tossed, so the problem will be more complex. So definitely we will use over there some sort of probabilistic approach. Okay, probability distribution function we will definitely use. Okay, in your communication
Okay.
city, you have just already started your analog communication systems. Further you will start digital communication systems, so you will find lots of use of this random signal, random variable, and probability distribution function. Okay, lots of use is there. Okay, so that is basically the random signal and the deterministic signal. Both are equally important in our electronic communication system. And the later one you will find. So see, noise limits the system performance as I stated that you. Okay, suppose you are sending some information from sender to the receiver. So in between sender and receiver, there is a communication media. So either it may be the end part of the transmitter or the input to the receiver, or sometimes it may happen within the communicating media, some noise may be introduced. But that is unwanted. That that will affect to the information. So you have to avoid, you have to filter, you have to extract the original information from the noise. So many processes are there. Okay, so by which you can overcome that, or you can reduce the amount of the noise, but you can't able to noise free or zero noise system. You can design zero noise system. Okay, so we will try to minimize the amount of the noise. So that's why digital communication techniques is far better than the analog communication systems, because in the case of analog communication system, noise may be introduced very easily, but in the case of digital communication system, noise detection, correction is so important, so much easy. Okay, and this is more popular. That's why digital communication process is more popular right now. Okay, so you will study in detail in near future when you will study digital communication process or digital signal processing. Okay, so for the timing we are just going to define, but you have to understand very carefully what is the meaning of deterministic signal. Okay, why it is called deterministic, what is random process, what is random variable, and what is random signal. Okay, what is the importance of that in communication system, that you have to understand very carefully. Okay, hope you have understand the problem. Now is it clear to you, everyone?
Yes.
What is deterministic and what is your random process? But still anybody have any doubt, so you can ask me the question. Now see, यहाँ पे इवन एंड ऑड सिग्नल है. ठीक है, इवन सिग्नल क्या होता है? ये तो 10 स्टैंडर्ड का है. x of t is equal to x of minus t, then it is called even signal. Or in discrete in nature, you can say x of n is equal to x of minus n. If so happen, then we can say it's a even signal. Okay, so you will know that cos is the cos theta. Cos theta is an example of even function or even signal. Similarly, sine theta is an example of odd signal, because sine of minus theta is equal to minus theta, isn't it? So there is a phase change 180 degree. So that's why that is called odd signal. But cos theta, that is an example of the classical example of a even signal. So that's why I have taken here xt is equal to cos 2 pi ft. So cos of minus 2 pi ft also be the positive. So both are same. So that's why this is called even signal. I have given one example also, not mathematically. I have shown the graphical explanation also. So in this direction, this is time domain and this is the amplitude. Now see, you people know this cos 0 means the maximum value. Cos 0 is equal to 1. So that's why this is the maximum. Okay. Now this time, from this is 0 to this time, and 0 to this time and this time, both are same instant, isn't it? Left of 0 origin and right of origin. These two instants are same point. But see here, the amplitude is this much and amplitude is this much. So that means they are in same phase and the magnitude also same. That's why cos theta is called the even signal. Okay. But if that does not maintain something like that, x of minus t is equal to minus xt. So minus इधर हो गया, जो माइनस हो जाएगा, ठीक है, 100 माइनस टी इज इक्वल टू माइनस ऑफ एक्स टी हो जाएगा, और फॉर डिस्क्रीट के लिए 100 माइनस से इसको माइनस सेक्शन हो जाएगा, तो हम इसको ऑड सिग्नल कहेंगे. So this is now called odd signal. So take one example. So sine 2 pi ft. You people know that sine of theta is equal to minus of sine minus theta, isn't it? So sine of 2 pi ft is equal to, as you have put here minus negative sign here, t is negative here. So what happens? The signal as a whole gets its negative value. So as you know that sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. So that's why this is called, this is an example of odd signal. Now we have take this graphical explanation also. I'm taking the graphical explanation also. See here.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir,
Hmm.
sir, can you repeat, sir, even signal once again, sir?
Okay, no problem. Sure. So in the case of even signal, you have to remember this property. Okay, x of t is equal to x of minus t, because the in the both the cases, see, if the t and minus t, see, this is plus t, this is minus t. Suppose this is minus 2, sorry, this is plus 2, this is minus 2. So t is same. But what happens? But still the amplitude are same. This is plus, this is plus. If it is minus, that may be minus. So the amplitude is same. So that's why see here, this time instant and this time instant both are same, but it is in positive side, this is in negative side, because this is origin, isn't it? This is origin. Okay. So right side is a positive scale and the left side of the origin is negative scale. So both the time scale are same, but the right side having the positive value and the left side having the negative value. This is plus t, this is minus t. But see, the amplitude are same, the negative t, negative t. Similarly here, suppose this t and this t. See, both the cases, t the from this point to this point and from origin to this point, the length is same, the time instant is same. And what we get? Amplitude are same. That is, the value is this is the amplitude and this is the amplitude. See, both the amplitude are equal. So that's why we can write x of t is equal to x of minus t. Then it is called even signal. And you will know that cos is an example of classic example of even function. So similarly, now is this clear to you, everyone? What is even signal?
Yes.
And odd signal? Just you remember, cos is a classical example, is a classical example of even, as you know from your childhood level. Cos is an even signal. Okay, because you people know that cos of theta is equal to plus cos of minus theta. Okay, so amplitude are same. So I've given an example also. See, if we consider this time, if we consider this time, now see, the amplitude are same, isn't it? Here amplitude is same. यहाँ पे भी amplitude same है, यहाँ पे भी amplitude same है, and the time length is same. Suppose this is 1, say for example 1 second. From this is 0, this is suppose this from 0 to this point is 2 millisecond. Similarly, from 0 to this point is 2 millisecond. So at 2 millisecond from left and right side, we are having the same constant amplitude of the signal. So that's why this is called even signal. So it is symmetric in nature. Now in the case of sine, what happens? See, it's a sine, because you will know that sine 0 is equal to 0, isn't it? So that's why see at the origin it passes through 0. Okay, that you have to understand how you are drawing the signal. That is most important. You have to understand. You have to understand the physics behind the system. If you don't understand the physics, you can able to draw the anything circuit, or it may be system, or it may be signal. So this is origin. So sine 0 is 0. Now see, you people know that. So this is 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi. Okay, so in this way it goes down. So this is pi, this is 2 pi. Okay, so 2 pi and half this. So in this way it moves. Similarly, this is 0, this is minus pi. Okay, minus 2 pi. In this way that the theta also varies. So see, in this point, that is 0 and this is pi by 2. This is 0, this is minus pi by 2. You can consider. Now see what happens. You are getting positive value, whereas here you are getting negative value. So any same instant of time, if you are getting one side positive and other side negative, then it is called odd function. So the cos and sine, these are classical example of even function and the odd function. If you know that cos of theta, sine of theta is equal to minus sine of minus theta. When the theta changes, when the theta is negative, sine gets its negative value. Because you will know that sine of minus theta is equal to what happens? Minus sine theta hota hai. So isliye if that is 0, this point is pi by 2, we are getting high value, positive high. So the maximum value, or you can say Vmax here, but in this left side, this is minus pi by 2. So that means theta is negative and you are getting amplitude also negative. So here you are getting the positives. That's why I'm writing a star and star. We are indicating these 2 points to make you understand. To make you understand, I have drawn in that way. So I'm considering this time, the length is same, but here it is positive, here it is negative. But still we are getting the positive voltage here we are getting the negative voltage. So that's why this is called odd signal. So sine theta or sine is an example of odd signal. Now is this clear to you, everyone? What is odd? What is even? Okay. So
Yes, sir.
you have to understand these two formulas. x और माइनस टी इसको माइनस ऑफ एक्स टी होने से तुमका ये ऑड सिग्नल कहेंगे, और नहीं तो x ऑफ टी इक्वल टू प्लस ऑफ x ऑफ माइनस टी, प्लस होने से पोलैरिटी नहीं चेंज होगा तो ठीक है, तो उसको इवन सिग्नल कहेंगे. ठीक है. So these are the classifications of even and odd signal, deterministic and random signals. Now we'll move to the some other techniques, that is periodic and aperiodic. This is most important classification. I have written over there. Very important classifications. I have written over there. It's a very important classification. You have to understand everybody. Listen carefully. Those who have problem during my class, for understanding के लिए तुमको बोलना पड़ेगा. Just sir repeat it. Some of the students are saying sir repeat it. It's a very good approach. I accept it. You may have problem, but you have to understand. No way. So periodic and aperiodic signal is most important classification here. I have taken very fine example, very beautiful example. See, I've taken the triangular pulse like, okay, this. You can take sine, cosine, okay, no problem. So this is origin. Listen carefully. This is 0, okay. This is t, this is 2t, this is 0, this is minus t, this is minus 2t. So from 0 to this is a time period. From this to this is also time period. Okay, correct. From 0 to minus t, this is also one time period. Minus t to minus 2t, this is also, this length also indicating the one time period. Okay, so t is the time period of r. So the signal which is shown here, the periodicity is t. So that's why I have written over there. Now one more thing I want to say. Suppose this is xt, the value at this point and the value at this point are same. Value at this point and the value at this point are same. Value at this point and the value at this point, negative also, same. Value at this point and the value at that point of the signal are same. Once one can define any other way, the value at this point and the value at this point are also same. Correct? Value at this point and the value at this point are also same. Correct? So from this midpoint to this midpoint, this is also, how much is the length? Anybody can give me the answer? Suppose at this point the amplitude is high, and this point also the amplitude is high. So this point and this point, or this point and this points, all are same. I have written over there, all are same. Or this point, this point, this point, and this minimum point and this point, all are same. So from this to this, t is length. From this to this is t is the length. The time gap is t. So any consecutive 2 point, the distance is t. But I want to say this point, this is a time value, and this is also, you have one time value. So from this point to this point, what is the length? From this point to this
1
point.
by t, sir.
नहीं, t 1 by t की जो फ्रीक्वेंसी होता, 1 by t का तो फ्रीक्वेंसी में,
Yes, sir.
मैं तो टाइम बोल रहा हूँ. दिस पॉइंट से दिस पॉइंट तक कितना होगा लेंथ? ये मिड पॉइंट है,
Sir, t.
टी होगा,
T, sir.
टी लगेगा,
Yes.
टी होगा, टी, करेक्ट करेक्ट करेक्ट. So most of you have given the answer, because how it is happened. जिन लोगों को समझ में नहीं आया, मैं बता रहा हूँ. जो ये जीरो है, ये टी है, ये मिडिल है, सो ये टी बाई 2 होगा कि नहीं? दिस पॉइंट भी ये टी 2t का मिडिल है, ये भी मिडिल है, सो ये क्या है? t बाई 2 है, ये भी t बाई 2 है, तो t बाई 2 प्लस t बाई 2 कितना हुआ? t हो गया. सो इसलिए that caps t basically is the time period that I want to mention you. Okay, so time period, because it repeats it, the maximum, that is also maximum. So that between the point, the distance between these two, or time gap between these 2 points, also a time representing the time period. Okay, so I've written there for your betterment. I've written the definition here. You can study also at your home. xt is periodic. Why we will say it's a periodic? Because there exists time period t. हम लोग देख चुके हैं यहाँ पे टाइम पीरियड t एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं, है कि नहीं? सो such that ये टाइम पीरियड such that कैसे होगा? x of t plus t is equal to xt, जो मैंने बताया for all t, what I mentioned you earlier. देखो x of t ये है, so if this point is x of t, so ये पॉइंट क्या होगा? x of t plus t. और सपोज दिस पॉइंट को तुम xt बोल रहे हो, ये xt है, ये पॉइंट का तुम क्या बोलोगे? डिस्टेंस क्या हो गया? फ्रॉम दिस टू दिस t हो गया, सो ये क्या होगा? x of t प्लस कैप्स t होगा. So that means it repeats the value at this point and the value at this point same. As you people told that, and you were agreed with me, the value of this point and the value of this point are same. Correct? You people understood that point? So value, if this point, okay, so if this amplitude, if we say consider x of t is equal to this, so definitely it should be x of t plus t, because time has changed here, t length है. So इसलिए definition ये है xt is periodic if there exists a time period t, because see, from this point to this point, that is constant length t, from this point to this point, constant length t is there. So such that x of t plus t is equal to xt होने से for all t, okay, for all t, this t may be 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, whatever be the value. That means you can consider this point to this point, okay, or you can say this point to this point. So t changes along this axis. So that's why for all t, if that happens, then it is called periodic signal. So it's a periodic signal. Similarly, we have drawn so many signals. See, this is also periodic. To make it clear, see, suppose if you consider this point, okay, this point, from this to this one time period है कि नहीं for sinusoidal के लिए? देखो यहाँ से start करो, this positive and negative one cycle, this is the time period t. Again this positive and this negative, this is also one time period है कि नहीं? तो ये क्या होता है, ये पॉजिटिव, ये क्या है, नेगेटिव जा रहे हैं, यहाँ से क्या हुआ है देखो, if you consider negative positive, or you consider here from here any point, from if you consider from here, so negative जा रहा है, then negative then positive, यहाँ पे negative then positive, then negative and positive. How many cycles are there? बोलो
3 अभी ऐसे
3 है. So this is one time period, this is one time period, this is one time period. So you can say this is t, you can say this is 2t, you can say this is 3t, correct, if that is the origin. So that is t to up to this, from this to this 2t ले, t plus t 2t हो गया, from origin से start से, from start से this तक ये क्या 3t हो गया. So देखो यहाँ पे जो है similarly यहाँ पे same है, फिर भी यहाँ पे same है. So that means repetition is there at a particular interval, that is plus t. So after plus t interval, it repeats itself. The amplitude repeats itself. So that's why it is called periodic. So you can take any sort of periodic signal. If that happens, x of t is equal to x of t plus cap t, then it is called a periodic signal. So this is the most important, and we will use repeatedly. So the sine, cosine, or the triangular, these are the examples of your periodic signal. So that is all about your periodic signal. Now we'll move to the aperiodic signal. See here, I have taken one more example, mathematical. I have given here your graphical explanation. Now I'm taking some numerical example. Example, xt, sine 2 pi t. Okay, sine 2 pi t. Now what we have right here? As you have told here, x of t is equal to x of t plus t. है कि नहीं? Now this is xt. Now you find out x of t plus cap t. Now we have taken caps t is equal to 1 second. Okay, here. देखो. So we have taken sine of 2 pi t plus caps t. Caps t कितने लिए हम लोग यहाँ पे देखो. Here t is equal to 1 period of sine 2 pi t. So that's why this is plus 1. Okay, caps t is equal to 1 second we have taken here. So 9 sine 2 pi t plus 1, that is equal, you can find it easily, the angle sine with the separated 2 pi t plus 2 pi हो गया है कि नहीं? Now you got the very well known function sine of pi plus theta. Oh sorry, 2 pi plus theta. So sine of 2 pi plus theta क्या होता है बोलो? Sine of 2 pi plus theta क्या होता है बोलो? Sin theta. Very good, excellent answer. Excellent answer. So sine 2 pi t plus 2 pi, definitely sine 2 pi t. So what we get? Xt is equal to sine 2 pi t. Also we get x of t plus 1, that is equal to sine 2 pi t. So definitely this xt is a periodic signal, and the periodicity is 1 second, 1 unit. Correct? So in that way you can classify mathematical or mathematically also. Also you can have the graphical idea also. So that you have to understand clearly. So this is all about your periodic signal. Now we'll move to the aperiodic signal. Aperiodic मतलब